YouTube, what is up? Pocket Profit coming back with another video today, guys. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 items that I sold on eBay. But before we get started on this video, guys, if you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you will get notified when I go live. Then you guys can come ask me questions directly, or you'll get notified when another video just like this one comes out so you can watch it and use the information right away. Super important. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so the first item I sold on eBay, guys, is this right here. Okay, this categories timer and the dice. It is for the board game categories, and it's very important. They need it. And I find this, I've sold this probably like 6, 7, 8 times. Whether I'm at the weigh and pay or I'm at a Goodwill or whatever, I seem to always find the dice and the timer together, which is really helpful for me. But if you guys can ever find the timer and the dice together, it sells really, really well. They probably only sit for a couple weeks normally if you're priced correctly. So I found this set, this last set I found actually at the weigh and pay, which is, if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's by pound or by weight or whatever. But I found these two at a weigh and pay, and I paid, I'm gonna round up and say like 50 cents, 35 cents, somewhere right around there. Just so cheap because it was by weight. They're not that heavy, just terribly, terribly cheap. And I sold mine for $8.35. This person got $7.99, $6.60, $6.55. This one got $10, $8.99. This one way underpriced. What were they thinking? They only sold theirs for $5. That's kind of crazy to me. So this one went for $6.99, and then so on and so forth. So make sure you guys are looking out for these type of things. Pieces for board games sell really, really well. A lot of people will find a board game like this or somewhere else at a thrift store, and it's missing its dice, or it's missing the dice and timer, or whatever the case may be, and they're going to go online and order it because it's cheaper still than buying the brand new game. Or they find it in their closet and they must have misplaced the dice or the timer or whatever pieces for whatever board game. So some of the times, guys, if you can find a board game and it's a high dollar one or a decent price one, the pieces itself are going to be worth money. I know categories for sure. Like I said, I've sold these, the timer and the dice, a bunch of different times, but I've also sold the paper pads that they have for them, because you write down your word and stuff, so they run out of paper, and I've sold lots of those of like 9, 10 for like 10, 15 bucks before as well. So especially if you're going to the weigh and pays or places like that, make sure you look for this stuff, board game pieces, because they do sell really well. All right, moving on to the second item. The second item is, bam, some ink. Now, I found this HP 110 tricolor ink at a Goodwill for $2. And you guys, it was expired 2013. It was expired in 2013, and I still sold it for $11. Yes, I'm not joking, you guys. Sold it for $11. Now let's look at a few of these. Like this one's just in a random bulk packaging, and they still got $8.87 for it. This one right here, hey, this one's also a 2013. Not my listing, but someone else sold it for close to $11. These are some fake ones. This one was 2019, sold it for $23. Here's another one right here, about $14, $15 with some shipping. But even like, look at this, 2011, guys. 2011, it expired. Just in this outside packaging, still went for almost $10. Here's another one, it's about 12 bucks, and I'm guessing this one is expired as well. So you guys, seriously, don't be super afraid of expired ink. Just make sure you're looking at completed listings and looking at the ones that sold or didn't sell that were expired. Make sure you guys do checks. Like, look at this one. This one went for about $24, and it was 2019. But then you go back up, and like this one's 2013, and it was only about $11. So really make sure you're checking and going through that so you can understand the price of an expired one and the price of a non-expired one. A lot of times the difference is huge, and sometimes it's not. So just really do your due diligence and check the difference between the two. But yeah, I paid $2 for this at a Goodwill, and I sold it for about 11. Mine was like 10.89 or whatever it was. It was a little bit under this guy, or a little over this one, and a little bit under this one. So pretty good, quick sale, super cheap, super easy to ship, no problems at all. All right, item number 3. The third item is, bam, a Polaroid one-step 600 close-up. Now, I've sold this type of camera, Polaroids, a bunch of times. There's actually 2 I'm going to show you in this video, but they're completely different, way different, and different price ranges. So I was at a Savers this weekend, and I bought 2 of these. They were exact same ones, just like on the same shelf, but like separated. So either they just happened to have 2, or someone was collecting them and they had 2 and donated it, or whatever. But these things sell for really good money, even untested. I bought 2 of them this weekend. I've sold both of them, by the way. But I sold 2 of them this weekend. I bought both of them for $7, and I sold each one for $35 a piece. Now, some people are getting a little bit more, and some people are getting a little bit less. Like this one got, looks like about 30, almost 40, but it has the bag with it. This one right here went for $34.99. That's pretty much exactly what I sold mine for. Looks like they were saving time and listing in traffic. Hey, it's still sold. So look at that. You guys can even see, like, it doesn't even have to be the best picture. This guy or gal was in the car and was like, hey, I'm going to list this item while I'm waiting in traffic, and it's still sold. So make sure you guys are looking out for these Polaroid cameras. Right here, if you guys can see where it says close up, I don't know if you guys can see it really well. I hope you guys can. But right here's how you can see it's like a little flower, and it says close up right there. And that should be a clear indication for you guys to go ahead and grab that and look at that. You know, this one was able to be tested, at least for the most part, and they got more. I didn't have my little battery pack that I normally save, and it is what it is, so I couldn't really test it. But still, they're still selling for like this good margins, 34. This one went for 60, obviously. If you have some accessories or a couple of them together, this one went for 35. This one went for 28 plus 10, $34.99. So really good margins on these Polaroids, you guys, even if they're untested. So don't be afraid of them. Just buy them. If the price is good, like I said, I paid 7s for mine this weekend, but I sold both of them, and it's been only like 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, I've only had them listed for like a day or 2, and they sold very, very quickly. So that's a good item to be on the lookout for, and they're easy to see, guys. And if you see them at garage sales and other things, like, it's easy to talk the price down. It's because it's, do you have any film? No. Have you tested it? No. Price goes down. Easy, easy, easy score. So make sure you're looking out for Polaroids, and especially the last one I'm going to show you today here in just a second. But before we do that, item number 4 is a CD player. What? People still buy these? Oh, heck yeah, they still buy these. These things sell all the time for good money. People love, especially the Sony brand and Sony Walkman brand. They're just really, really good quality, and they're just super durable, and they're just amazing things to have. And people love CDs, guys. CDs are going to be around still for a long time to come. So trust me, CDs are still going to be a thing. People love these because they can get things at the library to listen, like books on CD. A lot of people are just not up to date with tablets or music or iTunes or MP3 players, things like that. So they just love CD players. And they're going to be around, and they're collectible. There's different versions. There's olds and new. There's just a ton of different ones. But Sony ones in particular for me sound really, really good. They're just so collectible in some ways. They just last forever, and the quality is good, and they just always almost seem to work. So I always look out for Sony Walkmans. So I sold a Sony Walkman. It looked just like this gray one here, almost exactly, and almost exactly the same price. I bought mine for $3, and I checked the battery. I always check the battery compartment. It was a little bit corroded, but I was able to go in there, toothbrush, some stuff, and clean it, and it works perfect now. So you have to do a little bit of that sometimes. Sometimes you get skunked. You'll buy one that you think you can clean up and make it work and everything proper, and it just still doesn't work. The corrosion is too far. But that's sometimes what happens. But I paid $3, and it looked like just like this one, just a regular old silver one. Nothing fancy about it. It didn't have like these cool yellow colors or anything. It's the Sony D-E220. But yeah, I paid $3 for it, and I sold mine for $19.99. So pretty much exactly this price. This one's not mine, but pretty much exactly what this person sold theirs for. Like, look at these things though. Like, this one went for $20 with almost $8 shipping. This one went almost for $40. Like, it looks like some of the colors can do a little bit better. 25, 20, about 17. You know, so don't overlook these CD players, guys. They do sell really well, and people really still want them. As long as you're priced, you know, to market, and you're okay letting it go, and you do the due diligence of testing it, making sure there's batteries. Yep, it works good. The sound's coming out good. Just do that little bit of a test, and you'll make some decent money. But here's the last one, guys. Item number 5. The big money maker for the last couple days for me, just for price range and what I paid for it. And yes, it is another Polaroid camera. It is, bam, Polaroid SX70 land camera. Now, these things are awesome. I've sold these a bunch of different times, and they sell really quick and really good all the time. I've probably sold 1 or 2 of the black versions that kind of look like this, and this time it was my first time finding this tan color one, and that one seems to be more worth more for whatever reason. But I bought this for $2 at a thrift store. $2 because they didn't know what it was. It was folded down just like this one here. It was completely folded down just like this one, and they had no idea what it was. And I ran over there quick, grabbed it, opened it up, looked good, looked clean, and I sold it for $99.99. Okay, crazy, right? $99.99, untested. No idea if it works. It looks good. It should work and everything, but not tested. And I deliberately post that in my listing, saying I bought this. I have no way to test it. It looks in good condition, but it's completely untested, and you're buying as is. That's what I put in there, and I put no returns. You know, took good pictures, cleaned it up a little bit, not like too much, just, you know, where it's dusty and stuff, and boom, it sold within 1 day for $99. I mean, like, look at this. This one is like the exact same model, and this one's for parts or repair still went for $50 plus $12 shipping. That's crazy. And here's 2 of the black ones that went for about $150 plus $12 shipping. Here's another of the tan one, $79, so $80, about $100 with the shipping again as well. But these vintage cameras are so hot. People love these things, and they sell so quick. Just an amazing thing to look out for. But I wanted to make sure you guys let you know too. Sometimes, a lot of times, you're gonna find them like this right here, folded down, not open at all, right here. So just knowing what to look for is huge. So make sure you guys are looking out for this. A lot of times they do come in a case, like this one's in a case, like a tan case as well. Not that one. Let me see if I can see another one. Like I don't see another one with a good case. I could click on this one, but like sometimes they come in this weird case thing too, and that can increase its value just a little bit as well if it's in decent condition. So always look out for those Polaroid cameras, especially these old school ones, and also realize they do fold and collapse like this. Very cool design, actually. I really like the design. It looks really like vintage and cool looking, so that's probably half the reason it's worth so much, and it's probably hard to find. But you guys, that is all I got for you today. That was today's video. That was 5 items that I actually sold on eBay. These items I'm hoping that you can find out in thrift stores, pawn shops, wherever you're going to source items, and I hope you find them as well. But you guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And lastly, guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos just like this one. Subscribe, hit that bell notification, and like this video. Also, let me know, have you found anything like this? Have you sold anything like this? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Pocket Profit out.